All right. We should be live. I haven't said that in such a long time. Let's go ahead and tweet out that we're live. Yep. We are live. Okay, hold on. Plane. Shadows live. No spoilers. Come say hi. Okay. Oh man. Getting a little jittery here. From the excitement. Okay, guys. You can see me and hear me perfectly. Good to know. That's important. I was going to ask. Okay. Here we go. So, before we kick this thing off, a few ground rules. I'm not allowed to show y'all anything after 20 hours into the game. So I'm kind of, I think, working within the rules, but bending them a little bit. I'm going to show you stuff that I encountered in the first 20 hours of my playtime, but with my level 34 characters. So I'm not going to show you any story content. A lot of side stuff. We're going to explore some cities, maybe do some parkour, do that sort of thing. There are going to be times where I'm going to do this and black out the screen so you can't see. And that's so I don't break the rules and don't spoil you guys. So I hope y'all are looking forward to that. So here we are in, what is this city? Osaka, I think. It's either Osaka or Kyoto. I'm a little nervous to open up the map because I'm like, is the map spoilers? No, this is not a sponsored video. Sorry, stream. Just my, impressions video was sponsored. But yeah, let's just play. Let's just hang. Here's one of the open world temple shrine activities. Hold on, I wanted to do one of her cool dismount moves. Look at that. Isn't that sick? I really like the animation in this game. The parkour flare style that they gave Noway. I really like it. All of you asking how I'm doing, thank you for asking. Doing great. I'm excited. This is exciting stuff. So yeah, what we just did there was one of the open world activities, a shrine. As I mentioned in my impressions, not one of my favorite things to do. I don't think it's that interesting to do what I just did, what you guys just saw me do. But there's some more interesting stuff going on. I mean, this is a pretty good time to show off parkour. I think I'll try and do some cool parkour. It's not like I've really been practicing or anything like that. But like these little flips and moves that you see, that's what happens when you hold the parkour down button. There's also this, which I find really cool right there. You could just do that at any time. I think they did a good job with the parkour, making it feel better than it has felt. Like there's really cool little flippy moves that you can do most of the time with her that feel satisfying. Okay, that was a little goofy. I think there is a backflip dismount into water. Yeah, parkour up and down. They did bring it back, although I think it's fairly much, or pretty much fairly similar compared to recent games. But yeah, it is natural and smooth. I think it takes a bit of time to figure it out as you're playing. At first, it might feel a little herky-jerky. I think what you run into with, like, when it feels sticky. Like, Operator Alex just asked, how sticky is the parkour? When it's sticky is when you're not holding down an input. So, like, for example, right there, you saw me run and sort of stop. That's because I wasn't holding down A. But if I hold down A, there's pretty much no pausing between the running. So it really is, it's both a how you're controlling it thing, or for the most part it is a how you're controlling it thing, I would say. Hey Sheen, welcome back. Let's do a cheeky little double assassinate on these guys. Oh, sorry, that's a citizen. That's not a bad guy.
Please respond.
I was about to take my hidden blade and just slash that guy's throat. Let's actually do a ranged assassinate. So you see the prompt is really far away right now. That's because they have the Kasaragama. Check it. It's totally ridiculous. Okay, so they gave me a little warning. Put that weapon away. Wait, what was that? You can dodge backwards when you're prone? I didn't even know that. Well, no consequences there. Oh, they do see me, kind of. You have such an ability to get away in this game. I was hoping she would slide there. You have such an ability to get away in this game. It's insane. I want to show you guys a double assassination. Let's find 2 guards who shouldn't have come into work today. How magnetic does it feel? Yeah, I know. I didn't really answer that question, did I? It definitely wants you to go to certain objects. It is magnetic in the way that... Oh. Man, they're still looking for me. There's quite an investigation system with NPCs in this game, by the way. They sort of see you, and then they're like, oh, they went over there? I don't see they saw me. But watch this. Where did they go? Oh, I think he hit me because he knew I was in the smoke. So he was hitting my last known location there. But as you could tell, the smoke, it literally acts as like a wall. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just window dressing. It's like it creates a barrier. And if you're between an enemy and that smoke, they're not going to see you. Oh, yeah. So remember the casual double assassinations you used to be able to do? Just like walk up to guards. Why isn't it not giving me the prompt? I have a... I'm pretty sure I have a Tonto equipped. No, I don't. So that's a little caveat. If you want to be able to assassinate regularly, you have to have a Tonto equipped. That's what's going on. This is not Altair's outfit. This is Naoe's. My game is not with Japanese VO. Okay, that wasn't the cool animation I was looking for. Okay, I didn't do that. Did y'all see that? That was an automatic thing that happened. Look at that little kid who's running away. He saw me commit murder. So that's because on my apprentice assassin gear, throw a kunai at the closest enemy after an assassination. It's kind of sick. Oh yeah, Kyler Fries. I remember your question during the premiere. Do weapons have elemental effects? Some of them do apply afflictions, is what this game calls them. So like dazed buildup, poison buildup, blood, like blood loss. So there are some things like that. There's not like distracting visual effects, which is kind of nice. Does the smoke create a shadow? That is a next level question. I don't know. Jason says L game so far. Yeah, bro. L game. Look at that! You see that? Doesn't that just make your assassin juices tingle? That's gross. But you get what I mean, right? That's sort of... That gets you going. That gets your blood pumping. Edgelord said just transmog the outfit and wear it the entire game. That's what I've done. I've done it with this one, and I've done it with the black one, which I can swap to at a certain point for y'all. Is the grappling hook as automated as Syndicate? No, it is not automated. You have to ascend or descend manually. That's just like the default mode for it. So, I like it. Tar wants to know how the itemization is in this game. It's not my favorite. Well, actually, I take that back. I like the itemization. I don't like the frequency of loot. It's just an avalanche of loot. Somebody used that to describe loot in Odyssey in my premiere for my impressions video, and I think that's just really accurate. It's an avalanche. A bit too much for my taste. So I'm just gonna ride around Kyoto so you guys can see sort of like just like how the open world feels. Get a feel for. Actually, let's do some walk. Yeah, whatever, lady. Yeah, no, I know who you are. I know who. I'm Naoe. Yeah. Go harvest rice or whatever you're gonna do. But like, I think this is really pretty. I think the open world city, what's the best phrase for that? Simulation, but not in an Assassin's Creed way, in like a how video games work way. I think this is pretty impressive. There's people walking around. Some people are doing stuff. Others are not. It feels pretty lively to me. Some people will look at this and be like, nah, not that great. But I think if you measure it from what Ubisoft is trying to achieve, which is a very big world, I think it's impressive. Look at these. Here's some Portuguese right here. Yeah, you can tell based on their outfits. The game does force you. Patrick asks, does the game force you to play both characters? It does. To start. Yep. There's an intro sequence. You play mostly as Naoe, but you also play as Yasuke. And then I noted this in my preview. You're stuck with Naoe for like another 10 hours. And I mean stuck, not in a negative way. I mean, like, in a why can't I play as Yasuke way? Which, like, depending on your preferences, you might be like, I don't care. But I was also just like, wow, what's going on? Why can't I play as this other character I know I can play as?
It'll be less trouble if I stay out of sight.
Okay, so we're going to do one of the, can I show you this? I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so I'm going to blank out the screen. I feel like Kyoto is fine. I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so there are castles and palaces in this game. And they kind of act as like it's like a camp from previous AC games. But there's an objective in each of them. And it's to defeat the Daisho. So these are like hard enemies. And once you defeat them, you can loot the big special chest that has the reward that you can see right there. So this reward, and I think they're set for all of the castles in locations like this. This reward is a Yasuke chest piece. Fine. It looks kind of cool. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to do this in stealth, because that's how I prefer to play the game. If I get in trouble, then we will whip out our weapons. So this is essentially how I approach every restricted area. So you got your classic eagle vision. I'm doing some observing. Now, this is such a big area that it's like multiple sections of this palace exist. And you may be the kind of player that wants to kill everyone and everything. See, look, he can't see me. There's some classic Assassin's Creed, like, he should be able to see you, shouldn't he? Situations. Oh. That guy, maybe he heard me, but his friend can't see me. But there's some classic, like, in the old games, they couldn't look up. That's how it is in this game. But you can turn a setting on that changes that if that's like immersion breaking for you. So I'm not gonna kill anyone yet. I'm still kind of just like looking around. You can see my visibility meter on the top of the screen. Okay, so someone can see me. That guy's a little curious. We'll do a fun little roll over here. He didn't see me enough to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go check out that assassin. I'm seeing, okay, so you guys see this white glow here? That means there's either a samurai or some other important item over there. That is a samurai daisho. That's the icon for that. Yep. So let's just pause, show you mastery. So here are now weighs 6 skill trees. As you can tell, I've invested a lot of points in assassin. So what I've done is my regular assassinate removes 4 health segments, 4 health bars. Now I've upgraded it to remove an additional health segment and an additional health segment, and then I don't have enough points or levels to go 1 more, but I will be able to. And then initially you can't use your hidden blade against large enemies. I don't know why I'm waving my finger around like Bernie Sanders. You can't use it against large enemies. Now I can. And the upgrade for that is that now I can assassinate people who see me coming, which is just, yeah, it's just like, you know, run up, assassinate people. Oh, Matt says, where are the pups? They're probably sleeping in the other room. I'm sure one of them will come hang out on the couch soon. Okay, so yeah, I'm like, how am I going to tackle this situation? I think we need to get a little bit closer. There's also a bell there, which they can use to call reinforcements. So I'm going to do my best to sneak around here. Maybe we'll do a cool little leap of faith into the water. Okay, that's like a map piece. I'm actually not quite sure what those are for. It's like some sort of collection side quest. Okay, let's just get a bit closer, guys. See what we're working with here. So, interesting note, in my preview, I think that they set the game to hard stealth, because when I did what I'm about to do, which is to throw a shuriken and break that. Oh, shit. Okay, so they did notice it. Throughout my playthrough of this game, they would not react to something like that. Again, a little bit dumb, but that's just how it is in this game. So I'm going to go from like the top rope here and just take out this guy. Everyone noticed. It's fine. I can show off some combat. But yeah, so I don't know. It turns these areas into interesting little combat scenarios where you have to figure out, am I going to do this entire thing in stealth? Or are you going to do what I'm doing right now? And you know what? I'm realizing I switched to my Tonto, but I have no skill points invested in it. Let's use one of my active abilities. Put him on the ground and then ground attack him. My Kusarigama is like way buffed right now. Okay, so he's blocking me. Do I have any more smoke bombs? I don't. But you can quick throw shurikens. Actually, let me show you one of the coolest moves. You see that? She threw a shuriken after I vaulted over and did it mid-vault. Sick. So, I could have done that more stealthily, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit of combat. So if you remember from Valhalla, there were like resources It's a similar sort of system in this game. You can steal resources from enemy camps and castles like this, but you have to find the key. But again, very similar to Valhalla in that respect. You can very easily find the key. What in the world? Is it really just sitting here? Okay. So yeah. What are the main characters like personality-wise? Naue is it's very much as it was advertised. Naue is very like, I want to get some revenge. I'm going to kill these mofos. And Yasuke is very cerebral, very more measured. And they sort of butt heads in a way that I like. They have disagreements on how things should be handled, which I think is cool. Some good agency. Let's see if I can... Ah, she wouldn't do it. Can I do a backflip? Onto the... Yeah! Onto the other surface. Okay. So let's run over here. Someone asked what kind of dogs I have. They're very much both mutts. I actually can't even remember the names of the breeds off the top of my head. Oh, yeah. My black dog, Joe, he is mostly dachshund, which is hilarious when you look at him because you don't think that. But he is kind of a sausage. He's just kind of big. Yeah, isn't this game stylish? I think that's the big takeaway. It's stylish and it's very pretty. And if those are things that you care about, then I think it's great. Let's get a running assassination. Oh, wait. Sorry. I had my Kusarigama equipped, so we didn't get the running. Let's do a little respec here. So let's say I've got Katana Kusarigama. I'm gonna get rid of my Katana points and go into the Tanto because I love the Tanto. I love the hidden blade combat. So it costs nothing to respec. The Tanto also has a very cheesy mid-combat hidden blade attack. And it just gives you old school feels. I like it. That's enough points. So now our Tanto will be better in combat. And guys, you see how fast that was? Like, it does not take long to completely reformulate your build. I think they did a great job with that. Do you remember how much of an effing nightmare it was to respec in Valhalla? Like a total... Like, it sucked. Like, it did. It was just like, let me take 5 years to respec. Not so in this game. Okay, so I'm looking around for the second daisho, and I'm a little confused right now. Because usually the white glowy at the top is almost always the chest. So I'm like, where is the second daisho? Like, is he on vacation? Is he getting like a snack at the bottom of the castle? Like, what's going on here? The problem is sometimes these palaces are so big that it's hard to be like, have I, checked every corner of the palace? So I'm thinking this was where I was already. Yeah, that's that. So I bet this guy is hanging out over... Aha! Yeah, so you could do a little bit of... Like, logically, I haven't been over to this side, so maybe I can go over here. People are saying they don't understand the hate. Yeah, I think it's a little overplayed, isn't it? The Ubisoft hate these days. Okay, this guy is going to see me, so I'm going to throw a smoke bomb. Obscure his vision. And then run up and assassinate this daisho. Oh, somebody else saw me. Let's throw a kunai at his head. Oh, no! Wrong button. Misinput. That's on me. Let's do... Check this out. A little goofy because he was on the steps, but that's your mid-combat hidden blade kill. It's like... It's basically an instant kill button. So I don't like to use it too much because it's a little cheeky, but it's fun, man. These are really interesting, going into the actual houses, these structures, but there's some fun little opportunities, like I'll get this assassination if this guy doesn't come by. Oh no. There's another guy. Oh no. Okay, the Kasaragama ranged assassination is OP. Like, I hadn't used it that much in my playthrough. That is a little ridiculous. Okay, huh. Here's a guy here. I don't have katana equipped, so I can't Shoji door assassinate him. So I'm just gonna... There's a lot of good little animation work in this game where they clearly paid attention to the angle that you're assassinating guys from. Okay, so I'm gonna do this.
What's going on?
Somebody heard it. What is going on? Yeah, here's the guy. Hopefully that's close enough. Oh, he was looking at the... Well. I haven't done one of these yet. Oh, that was sick. I've never done that before. Yeah, he saw me. Here, let's switch to my Tonto. No way. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I'm going to do a flip shuriken throw. And... Oh, okay. He's got moves. Woo! Love that assassination. Or, I don't know. Hidden blade combat animation. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is kind of just for fun. It looks like a servant saw a dead body and got this samurai to come check it out. You know.
I saw something.
Oh. Where, really? You're going to come check it out? I don't want to have to kill you. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. Can you imagine? Take people hostage in this game? You can't, but it'd be kind of funny. In a messed up way. Be clear about that. No, don't go get more help. Okay. Ow. Okay, so this is a flurry attacks. But I'm just gonna press my one. Might get the kill. Animation ridiculous. Okay. So they know I'm here. That guy's gonna go get more and more people until they find me. But as y'all saw, I already killed the 2 samurai daisho, so let's go get our chest. But yeah, there's plenty of like loot. So if I wanted to go around and loot all of this stuff, I could. Do enemies notice bloodstains when you move the body out of the way? Probably not. But I don't know that for sure. That feels more Rockstar-y in terms of an expectation. I don't think that's something to really consider in an AC game. Okay, let's grab that. Oh, he has some loot on him too. Oh, great. An orange. Or, you know. I don't know what the equivalent is. I think we're good. That was weird. Did y'all hear the music cut off there? It's like the music was just like, I'm done. Protector's armor. And then, I saw a question earlier about engravings with gear. It's very much like Odyssey. Like once you've found the item, you can engrave that item perk on any other item for a fee. Undiscovered location around Kyoto. That's interesting. So this, guys, in case you're wondering about cities, this is the biggest city in the game. And you come across it pretty early on. They've said this is about the size of Paris or half the size of Paris in Unity. I think half the size. Okay, I see a lot of questions. Is there modern day? Yes, but it's very, very bare bones. I would not play this expecting old school modern day. If you do that, you'll be disappointed. Tony wants to know how long to beat this game, how many hours. They've said 40 to 80. I played 40 hours. I'm still not entirely done with the main story. And then there's plenty of side stuff that I haven't done. So yeah. Can I show off the gear menu? Yeah, let's look at my loadout real quick. So I've got the Kusarigama here. Posture attacks on dazed enemies, breaks armor. That's kind of hard to pull off, because first you have to daze them, which takes a build-up time. And then it'll break the armor. So I haven't found that as a very useful legendary perk. But plus 200% damage on enemy collisions is sick. I put that on specifically for that. Using the Tonto. This is not a very special Tonto. I think I have a legendary one back at the Hideout. Apprentice Assassin gear. This is a piece that I got early on that I leveled all the way up to 33. Health on hit, but throwing a kunai at the closest enemy after assassination, love that. Very, very helpful. This is a hood that it's assassin related, which is cool. But the +1 health segment removed on assassinations, love that. Adrenaline gain with posture attacks is good too. I use a lot of posture attacks. But yeah, what you could do is just press Y and then change the appearance on any of these. So I've either been playing the game as the white outfit this whole time or as the black outfit. The black assassin outfit goes pretty hard too. Then you have trinkets. Don't really have any legendary trinkets on me right now. But the legendary ones have pretty sick effects. But yeah, that's what we're rocking. So I guess what do we do here? I finished the palace. This is yeah, one of the primary side activities. But yeah, look how pretty the game is. Like, I hope this is probably not coming through. I'm streaming at 1440p, so you should be able to get a general taste for how pretty the game is. But it's a pretty game, man. Very pretty. To the point that you notice it. So in the top right corner, above my head, you see the compass and the sun icon. So I think we're in summer. Once that white icon, guess it goes around this way. Once the white icon fills, it changes seasons, but each season has 2 phases. So I can manually change the season. Why not? Let's do it right now. It's currently unavailable. I've never tried to manually do it. I don't know why it's unavailable. Maybe I can't do it because I'm in a yellow area. Let's try it now. Nope. Okay, for whatever reason we can't do that. That's fine. So yeah, I'll just have to keep playing and the season will change. Okay. Do I recommend this day one? I think if you are looking forward to the Japanese Assassin's Creed game, yes. It's hard to not recommend it. I think it really does kind of nail that. Okay, I've got a list of things I can show you. So I'm going to look at it. I'm looking at something. Right now I blacked out the screen because I'm not allowed to spoil story stuff. So there is a group of people that you need to take out who are doing bad stuff, which is very vague on purpose. Excuse me. So I'm going to look and see which areas we're allowed to go to. Let's do this one. So I'm taking out a member of what's called the Iron Hand Guild. And that takes us to Yamashiro, which is in Kyoto. So now I'm going to show you guys again. So this is how the exploration system works. This guy, this merchant and brewer of sake, uses his business as a front for selling contraband for the Iron Hand. So I'm going to gather intel from this guy. Now, usually it doesn't tell you exactly where to go for this stuff. But in this case it does, because I've already figured that out. How many viewpoints are there? Oh, man. There's a lot of viewpoints. A lot of viewpoints. I don't even know how many. There's so many. Can you change how long it takes to change seasons? Seems unnatural at 2.5 hours. You mean too fast or too slow? If that's how you feel, then you're not going to like the seasons in this game. I don't think you can change that stuff. Maybe that's something they add later on. But, no, I like it. Like, right now, the map that you see right now, playing this, I'm playing it in summer. If it was fall or winter, it feels different. It feels like a different place. And that is very cool to me. And that's not something that I think many open world games do. Most open world games send you to a different part of the map to have a different feeling. This game changes the current place that you're in. And it wasn't on my radar as an important thing. But after playing it, it absolutely is. It is big.
Is the boss still locked in that warehouse?
You know how he is when he gets like this. He doesn't want to be bothered. Not for any reason.
Noise would be better than silence. I'll create a disturbance the merchant can't ignore. Better yet, I'll destroy his goods. That will bring him running.
Okay, Naue. Maybe don't say that too loud. Excuse, I'm doing stealth stuff. Just go back to whatever you were doing. It's not a problem, sir. Or just keep grunting. Okay. Can I talk to these people? Wondering why this white dot is still here. I don't know. Hey, Blood Sky. Thanks for coming around, man. Appreciate you. All right. So I want to get into this building here. She told me I could destroy some of his stuff. The Kusarigama is great for that.
What did I tell you? Do not disturb me when I'm in here.
Oh. Well, I'm trying to disturb you, so I'm going to keep destroying your crap. This is interesting. This is sort of like a do stuff out in the environment and it causes something to happen in the game. This is not typical.
For him. Got that?
I guess this is his stuff.
Do not disturb me when I'm in here.
Oh, no. I kind of wanted to do this. Kind of want to kill him stealthily. He saw me, so I guess I couldn't climb that. Nope. We're not able to hit that? Hold on. Come on, game. Nope. Wait, it says gather intel. What a sec. Hold on. Okay, so when you find one of your targets, it sort of does this slow down time thing. I thought I was just going to gather information. I guess it means I might have to defeat him in combat.
I have no reason to kill these merchants.
Oh! Okay,
Maybe I should spare this one. He may be working against his will. This letter mentions the Pamba
Not so
Highlands,
much.
but where are they? It will be somewhere in the mountains, but which mountain?
Wow, no way. Some really thrilling dialogue there. So obviously that wasn't very smooth. But that's okay. Not all assassinations will be smooth. Just trying to see if there's any other way for me to get this guy out of here. Perhaps there was, and I just chose the first option. But yeah, that was a target hunt right there. I think what can happen is you can spare. I could have spared that merchant. I didn't. Is the VO better in Japanese? Good question, man. I briefly tried the Japanese VO, and for whatever reason, I immediately switched back. I will say the VO is not my favorite. She's better in more scripted scenes, but when you're just out in the world doing things and she quips, not the best. Caleb says, I feel like it would be nice for the seasons to change according to the story, like certain missions set in winter or fall. I think other games have already done that, and I think they wanted to do something a little more dynamic to where you are experiencing things on your own cycle. So this game will have cinematic sequences in gameplay that happen whenever you initiate them, and depending on how you've progressed the seasons, that's what you're going to see. Which, I don't know. I think that's a bit cooler, personally. It does limit in terms of, like, scripting. You know, everything has to be available at any season, right? Okay. So, what else should I do around here? Let me black out the screen again. So that was Iron Hand. That gave me more pieces to the puzzle of Iron Hand. So I'm looking here at stuff I can't show. Oh, you know what? This ends in an area that is higher level. So I can't keep doing that. Sorry, guys. Let me look at this next one. That's also in areas that aren't the best. Okay. Let's hunt this next person, because this person is in the city we're already in. Okay. Oops. That was not something I wanted to do. Hold on. There we go. There we go. So I've my next target is the corrupt daikon, and their name is the concubine. Targets the concubine. The quest line is corrupt daikon. So it tells me in Yamashiro, at a no theater in Kyoto, southeast of Hinoji Temple. So I have to figure out, okay, what are we looking at here? What temples are there? That's not the right temple. Nijo's not the right temple. Hinoji is the right temple. So he's southeast of Hinoji. At a no theater. So usually these places are marked with white icons like this one. Like this is a different temple. This is Jesuit residences, Nanban Temple. I'm just going to guesstimate. Maybe he's around here. I'm using my scouts. I'm going to hold A. Wow. I was like right on it. I mean, if you play this game long enough, it'll be easy to find what you're looking for. But I also didn't have to do that. I could have gone to this area as Noway and looked around with the observe mechanic. So, I don't know. I guess I'm just teaching you guys about systems in this game. Probably don't need to go that in depth. But, so duplicitous and clandestine, the enigmatic concubine runs a criminal network of extortion rackets while keeping their identity hidden. Davided, how are you enjoying it so far? I'm enjoying it quite a bit. There's some things I really like. in this game. Some things I don't love. But the things that I don't like are not... Sorry. The things that I really enjoy are more important than the things that I don't enjoy so far. See if I can make this jump. It's kind of a far jump. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I think it's a great time. Hey, Jake. Thanks for joining. It has been a while. I've been good, man. I've been good. Map scale. Coney asks, compared to recent games. I'm going to go with Yubi's official description, which is Origins sized. Yeah. I think that's accurate.
There's a node play about to be staged. Will you watch it?
I have no time. Many people wish to see me, as you know.
Save the boasting for your court ladies.
A no play. One of the daikon on Kuma's list frequently brings in troops to perform. Ise Asuka, the concubine, must be here somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. So, as you can tell, I could have found this target. Whoa. Concubine. I should have... I don't know why I was thinking it was a guy. Okay, so here's my target. So this is like very open-ended. How can I approach this? I can approach it any kind of way that I want. I'm walking into the light to show you guys my visibility. You see how it increases when I walk into the light. So if I wanted to be stealthy, I should get away from this. Looks like the concubine has surrounded herself with samurai. This is going to be an easy assassination. Not really much to this. Oh, shoot. They heard me. But look. See, I'm completely hidden. There's no way for them to see me. She's going to look. No? So the game does say when you move, it makes noise. But yeah, this is how the shadow system works. Oh! As I'm saying that, it doesn't work. Okay.
And it will be hunted down.
Big fight. Let's see if I can get a cheeky kill here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so obviously I would have gotten that kill if I wasn't streaming and trying to explain what was happening. All right. Wait, who's helping me here? Oh, I accidentally called an ally during that fight. That's what gave me away. Sorry, guys. That was completely my fault. That wasn't the game being weird with detection. I called an ally in to help me. Yep. I called in my Ronin ally. Ha! Okay. So, target hunt. That was a big part of my preview, my impressions. That's what we're doing right now. We're just hunting down targets. So, I'm going to black out once again. Let's look at another. I think there was another target from this crime ring in Kyoto. So we got rid of the concubine. Oh, actually not in Kyoto. The next two are in Omi, which is somewhere I can show you. So I'm going to go ahead and set that as my objective. And I will bring you guys into the light again. Okay. So I'm going to be very careful about this because I don't want to scroll over any objectives that are spoilery. But Izumi Setsu is where you start. This is your homestead right here. Hideout in this game. This is where Osaka is, one of the big cities in the game. Then you pretty quickly go to Yamashiro, which is where we are now, which is where Kyoto is, biggest city in the game. And then, yeah, you go back to Iga, which is where Naoe's from. This is a higher level area. Omi is also a place I can show you. So we know that my target is in Omi, southwestern Ibu Highlands. So I'm looking around for the Ibu Highlands. Up here. Southwestern, so at Nomura Village, which I have already found. So I could hop on my horse and travel all the way there. But that's not what I want to do. That would take forever. So I'm going to fast travel to one of the assassin hideouts. So these are Kakuregas. You can unlock them with coin. Just going to fast travel over there. Is this better or on the same level as Syndicate? That's an interesting question, Ender. It's been so long that since Syndicate that that's sort of a hard comparison. Actually, before we do that, so this is your hideout. You can do a lot of different things in your hideout, but let me answer that question. It's just different, man. Syndicate is a city game. This is one of the big open world RPG games. A lot more empty space, a lot... just a bigger, more expansive world. That's a hard question to answer. I think it's just dependent on what you prefer, personally. So let's look at my storage here. I have level 28, which is not great. Tonto. I'm going to withdraw that. So then we can equip it. Actually, let's go back to the homestead real quick, just to show you guys that system. Hideout. I keep calling it homestead. Hideout. Is this better than Origins? It's hard to say, man. I think if you're going for assassin vibes and you want a character that handles like Naoe and you think this is sick and you're like, I want this fantasy, I think she's very clearly plays more like an assassin than Bayek. So that's something. It's also funny, you can talk to Yasuke, but he's like, hey, how's it going? Here's a little quip, and then you can switch to him if you want to. So here's my hideout. Obviously very much function over form. I just plopped down all the buildings that helped me statistically. This is the most useful building. It's the building you'll come back to the most.
What do you need?
And this is how you upgrade your weapons. So I'm going to go over to Tonto. This is a legendary weapon, so it costs a lot. So this thing is going to cost me 500 money and 400 gunpowder, which is more than half my gunpowder, just to get it up to my level. So definitely going to upgrade that, but holy crap, it's so expensive, which I think it was in Odyssey as well. Jake wants to know what the parkour is like. Pretty smooth. We did a lot of parkour earlier, but I'll definitely be doing more of it.
Hurry back.
Yeah, it is way too expensive to bring stuff to your level in this game, to the point where it feels prohibitive to experiment that much. So that's definitely a gripe for me. How do I like the combat compared to Mirage? I like this combat much better. Mirage felt too restrictive, which I think I praised. But in hindsight, I think it was the wrong direct. It should have been at least as mechanically interesting as the older games, and it was less mechanically interesting. So it was like, why did we go back that far? I guess I should spend more time in the hideout for you guys. So you can go over here to improve the hideout. It's kind of dark because it's nighttime. But here's my different buildings. You can do just like aesthetic stuff like this little pond here. I did that. That was me. Personal touch. This is your main building, but everything else I placed and put there. As you can tell, it's beautiful. But yeah, you can upgrade each individual building. So this one, I might as well do it because I can afford it. Additional scout joins the league. Reduce search zone for quests by 60%. I'm going to upgrade it. So that increases my level. And depending on what level you are, you get certain perks. Which are here. I can show you all of them right now. So at the very end, yeah, it's sort of about just improving your resources, reducing gear upgrade costs at the forge. I would pump that as quickly as possible because it's so stupid expensive. But yeah, some interesting stuff here. Bella wants to know if you can take your shoes off indoors. The game does it automatically. And when I visited Ubisoft, they explained that was something they wanted to do because that's what culturally people do in Japan. Take off their shoes indoors. So it happens automatically. Right now I'm shoeless. And right now I've got shoes again. So yeah. Well, let's talk to Yaya, one of our companions here.
I've never met anyone with a faith stronger than Heiji's.
But he's a blacksmith, not a priest.
To hone one's craft requires faith. He does not command steel. His faith in his craft is an invitation that the steel obeys.
I don't know why she didn't stop to talk to me. Kind of rude. Oh, and then she bumped into our other guy here. Man. There's some conflict at the hideout. Not really. Okay. So, let's go to our objective. Which is at Nomura Village. I'm not going to use my scouts just to show you guys what that looks like when I don't. Do I think the game is good? Not from a Ubisoft standard, but just in general, yeah. I think this is a good game. Is the game better than Black Flag? I saw somebody reference a review where someone said it's back to the days of like Black Flag and Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know if I'm ready to sign off on that. Personally. That's a bit strong. But I really like the game. Do I think this game will save the downfall of Ubisoft? I think it has the potential to. But I made another video talking about that, and I don't think it really... I think this game is almost too big to fail in a sense. I think this is such a safe brand. Like, I think it's really hard for an Assassin's Creed game these days to, like, tank the company. You know what I mean? I think after Unity and Syndicate decided to pull back and then recreate the franchise, I think they sort of have figured this thing out in terms of a very reliable product that generally people like. I mean, I was very vocal about not liking Valhalla, but so many people like Valhalla. So many people. So I think no matter what, this finds an audience. And I just think the nature of an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan is too powerful for anything to tank it. So, like, regardless of how lukewarm some people might be on this game or how high they might be on the game, I just think it's kind of it's too powerful, man. Can you flick your hidden blade out? I don't know the answer to that question. Let's bring out the Tonto, which is the hidden blade. Oh, I don't think so, man. the hidden plague is flicked out when you come across somebody that you can assassinate. Almost as a reminder that you can do it. Oh, okay. Here's something that I didn't talk about in my review. After a certain point in the game, you begin to be hunted. So think, I guess it's in all the games, the recent ones since Odyssey, maybe Origins had it. I don't remember. But these guys start hunting you. But it's not ridiculous. They're not like, this is the champion of blah, blah, blah. I'm here to kill the Mystios. It's not like that. It's just like unnamed Ronin. You can also grab people. Oh. Oh, no. What did Aqua say? Aqua said the worst ending in the series. Oof. Maybe Aqua's played more than I have. They're looking for me. They're chopping around. See, the detection system's pretty interesting, I would say. Get back down. Get back down. Oh, other guy didn't even see. I love that. Is an improvement over the last 3 games. I'm not counting, and I know people hate this for some reason, but I'm not counting Mirage. I think it's just too different. In some ways, yes. I think people that prefer the Odyssey way of doing things might find this a little too grounded, and maybe a little boring. But if you are charmed by the Japan of it all, then I think that is an element of this game that might elevate it for you. Being very sneaky. I guess that's not a tree I can climb. There is another one higher up, though. Okay. Uh-oh. So sometimes this will happen. Like, there's no good reason for me to not be able to climb that. That was a little goofy.
I need to keep out of sight.
But I will say that's pretty rare. Okay, I need to keep out of sight. Oh, I'm gonna do some cool shit, you guys. Oh, no, don't go down that way. We're gonna do a nice little... Whee! Oh, can you hear me? No. Check this out. Sick!
The sword hunt is over.
Love that move. I'm also not really... So, hold on. This is something I constantly have to go back and reference. So what you're doing with the Tontos, you're trying to get behind them. Light posture attacks, hidden enemies back, trigger weak point attacks. That's when you sink both daggers into their back. Okay, so I'm trying to get behind them. Then also, you have escape strikes and leap strikes. These are sick. So let's try and get these going. So you charge up and you dodge. Ow. So you have those. It's a very safe attack where it's like you attack and then dodge away. You're almost never going to get hit like this unless they're already attacking. But I also have a perk that slows down time when you initiate one of them. So it's pretty cool. Then you also can dodge into them. And this is... Actually, hold on. This is the cooler animation, in my opinion. Yeah. So there's like a little tech within each weapon type that I think is impressive. And fun to play around with. Genuinely fun. What is this? Some sort of... Okay. guess something to do with that guy? I'm not quite sure. There's still some enemies around here, but I guess they didn't hear me or see me. Our headshot's an instant kill. Not always. Not always. Let's show you. Actually, I'm too far away for a kunai. Oh, wow. Dead bodies? Oh, shit. Oh, I'm obscured because it's dark outside. So, like, right now, that's a headshot. That's a one-shot kill. Right there.
You are
Ah, shit. Good stuff. Good stuff. Where are my buddies? You killed my friends. No, you did! I love the running assassination. There's also a running double assassination when there's two enemies. Kind of sick. Can I show the Kanabo customization? Yeah, let's switch to Yasuke in a little bit. I still want to play around a little bit more with Naue. But, yeah, you know what? I'll show it to you briefly. Why not? So you can switch over to Yasuke's mastery while you're playing as Naue if you want to. So the Kanabo tech is... Okay, so you hit an enemy, and then you press another attack button to chain your next attack faster. So it's really slow, so if you chain them together, you can speed up the very slow weapon. So it's like about gaining momentum. The abilities are very... not my favorite. They're just very long animations and a little more cartoony. Switch attack type at the end of a combo to trigger an additional combo ender. So it's just very much about like slow, methodical chaining of attacks. So yeah. Does this game give you the same vibes as any other AC game? Every game is sort of unique, man. This is the most assassin-y vibes you get from just general gameplay in the RPG games, though. I'm pretty confident in that. Just because look at you. Look at what you're wearing. Look at the gameplay. The fact that there's classic eagle vision. No social stealth, which there were a couple times that I was like, this could have worked here. I'm going to black out the screen real quick so I can pick our next target. So yeah, I mean, that the lack of social stealth, it's sort of one of those situations where you don't realize you're missing it because of what they already have going on in the game. There's not enough crowds to support that gameplay, but at the same time, you're like, there could have been crowds. But it's not a deal breaker. So I don't know. Okay. So we picked our next target. I'm unhiding. Next question. Can you press the dodge button when parkour sprinting? Yes. Yeah, I'll show you some of that after I find our next target here. His estate is in Omi. It is in eastern Ado River Valley. It is in Omizo's outer farmlands. There's outer farmlands. So we're looking around here. I'm just going to fast travel. Yeah, I'll run around for you real quick. I think, yes, there's more... there are more things you could do moment to moment in parkour. And running. Hot take. If you're someone who plays a lot of Ghost of Tsushima and like it, but had conflicting thoughts on recent AC games, is it worth it to consider playing Shadows at the moment? If you're someone who plays a lot of Ghost and you like it. I think if you're trying to do a direct comparison, I mean, there is enough assassin-y stuff in this game that Ghost doesn't do that's satisfying to me. But I am also coming from the context of someone who liked AC first. However, Ghost of Tsushima is so awesome that I was like, you know, this is what we're doing over here. AC, come on. Complicated question, man. I think if you were... I think I come back to this. If the idea of an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan is exciting to you, I think this is the game pulls it off. This game pulls it off. Okay, so let's show a little bit more movement. So right now, I'm just running forward. I can dodge. That's a dodge roll. If I'm sprinting, check it. It's a full-on dive. And while you're diving, you negate all range damage. So this is a way to, if you're running away from gunfire or kunai or other things being thrown at you, it's kind of sick. So I'm normally running, I press X, I go into stealth. If I'm sprinting, I press X, I slide. And then you can't tell because it's dark outside, but now it actually gets covered in mud. You can see the mud on me right now. And it washes off if you get in the water. So, just little, like, realism things that some people appreciate. But if you sprint and you hold X, you dive. Can you dive over waist-high walls? Yes. Okay, that didn't work. I think it works with Windows. I've done it before. Okay. So you can, but sometimes the game doesn't, like, the context isn't right, I suppose, for the parkour system. What else is interesting that I should show you guys? I believe the parkour up and parkour down do the same thing when you are traversing over objects. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. Let me find an object that I'm referring to. But she does like a little hop, like a whoop, like that right there, and keeps all momentum. Like a little whoop. Nope, didn't do it that time. But I think you get the point. Can you show no HUD? Dodge off a roof. Actually, yeah, let's keep on movement here, because this is interesting stuff, I think. So if I dodge towards the edge, that's the animation that I get. If I am facing away from a ledge and press B, you get a cool separate animation. So it's all very contextual. That right there was, what was that compared to what I did before? Trying to figure out the difference here. Maybe it was my speed? Or the fact that I'm holding down B? No, it's not a hold. I'm not quite sure. I think it might have been my speed. Parkour is fun, man. Parkour is fun. Sorry, I just saw a question about how the parkour is. I think it's pretty good. But I am not the most picky of parkour AC people. Certain things you cannot climb, which I like. I don't think I should be able to climb everything. Okay, let's look for our target here. If you're just tuning in, we are doing some side content. This is one of, like, the side crime syndicates that you're going after. So my target is in here. This looks like it's going to be very easy to infiltrate. This guy has really bad guards. He should fire them all. Oh, look, we have a convenient little hole here. Okay. Oh, there's a servant with him. But she's not... the servants show up as orange. Like that one. This one's not orange. It's a little weird. Let's identify our target. Hey, buddy. Very quick.
The Daikon Okudaira Toshizo is dead. The field workers will no longer have to suffer for his selfishness.
Okay, that lady is going to get help. So I should get the hell out. Yeah, I am here. But you're not going to be able to get me. Oh, God. Oh, God. Smoke bomb! Run! Wait, I'm not hidden. I'm not hidden in that grass. So that's what it looks like to run away. We have not played as Yasuke yet. We will soon. This difficulty is normal, and this stealth difficulty is normal. There's a higher stealth difficulty if you want that. But yeah, so what I like about what you just saw, you might think, oh, he got away so easily. I like that I'm using the game's line of sight system, detection system, lights and shadows, stealth, smoke bomb. Like, all that stuff is working, and I am the one who's doing that. It's not that that was easy. It was easy, but you get what I mean, right? So that's satisfying stuff to me. Oh, man. I guess they were too far apart for a double assassination. So I just got massive damage on that attack right there because the Tonto is specifically very good at that. To be honest, I probably should bump up the difficulty. I've gotten to a point where it's like, it's a bit easy. Let's see if this is a shrine I can pray at. Sorry, I didn't mean to be bragging about it. But what I'm trying to illustrate though, I think the point that I'm trying to make here is stealth in stealth games or escaping looks easy when you're using the systems in the way they're supposed to work and the systems work.
Oi.
So, okay, chat. Tell me what you want to see next. Do you want me to switch to Yasuke for a bit? I know Yasuke is not everyone's favorite, but there's some interesting stuff to talk about there. I could fast travel around and get the seasons to change. Trying to think what else I could infiltrate another palace. Cool outfits. Y'all want to see outfits? Let's do some outfits real quick, and then I'll switch to Yasuke. How about that? So, I actually really do like, probably the easiest way to show y'all outfits is just to customize the one that I'm currently on. This is Naoe's default outfit. That's, yeah, a little bit more shinobi, kind of just a red version of what we had before. Tools Master, this is a legendary piece that I got from a castle. No artist costume. I think this might have been for a mission. This is a really cool early one that I used a lot. This is the white apprentice gear outfit. The way you unlock it, I think, is spoilery, so I'm not gonna say. This is the black assassin outfit. Snake robes, these are pretty cool. The white basic tools outfit. This is a kasode, which is kind of like a cultural dress that women wore, I guess. Like for tea ceremony is where you use it in this game. Snake robes. Very simple shinobi robes. I really like the Ghost Walker set. It's blue and it's got a little cape. It gives me Jin Sakai, Ghost of Tsushima vibes. So let's change to the Ghost Walker set. Visually, that is. Some really cool stuff, though. Little headband here. White mask. The classic white look. But check this out, y'all. Look at that! It's so cool. This is the one that pairs with the Ghost Walker set. Look at that. Like, just the vibes are immaculate with this. This is like a more shinobi looking piece of gear. Look at that. I just think this is sick. Like, obviously, rolling with the classic AC gear is cool. But I really like when a new game comes out and I'm like, yes, that is a sick piece of gear that I haven't seen before in an Assassin's Creed game. That's what this is. This is really cool. Unfortunately, yeah, you get some clipping with weapons. But the physics of the cape are actually good. I think they were kind of good in Mirage. But not the best. Okay, let's switch characters real quick. Let's just do that. So all you have to do, as long as you're not in combat, is hold X. The game reloads. Oh, Grass is here. And Kai is here. Welcome, guys. Okay, so here's Yasuke. I guess I was in a fight recently. That's why I'm covered in blood. Yasuke is a big old boy. So when he rides, he kind of bounces up and down on his horse. I don't know why I'm talking like that. So we haven't really played any Yasuke in this yet. So, hold on. Dynamic weather. Did you guys see that? The rain just rolled in. The weather is fantastic in this game. It's another thing that really, really sinks you into the environment that you're in. And actually, someone asked earlier about HUD customization. I'll show you how kind of crazy it is. You can customize every single little individual element right here. So something that was really bothering me was how many mastery points I had at all times was always showing. Didn't like that, so I turned it off. And then control reminders. Like, hey, this is how you get off your horse. I don't need to know that. I played 40 hours, so I turned that off. But they have little presets here. So default, simplified, minimal. The only thing, or disabled. The only issue I have with it is that you're missing critical gameplay specific things that it's just hard to play the game without it, man. Sort of things. So, oh yeah, I saw this earlier. I should have answered earlier. Our area is aggressively level gated. So, what happens? I'm trying to show you guys. I mean, I'm too high of a level now. Every single area is. So look, I haven't even visited this area right here. Tamba, Wakasa barely. So, Wakasa, Tamba, and Ki are all high-level areas. Yamato as well. But, see, it says Setsu right here is, like, the main first area in the game, very low level. So, like, at that point, it was, like, level 9. And then it raises with your level. But if I were to, for example, try to go to Ki at level 9, it would have been level 35. So it's pretty aggressive. Thank you, Muiz, for the super chat, man. How does weapon leveling work in this game? It's the same as Odyssey. Same as Odyssey. So, right now, Yasuke, I have on a long katana. This is a level 33. I'm a level 35. So, a 2-level difference isn't huge, but pretty big. Isn't huge, but pretty big. You can feel the difference. But yeah, if I wanted to level this up, I would have to bring it to a specific, my hideout blacksmith and spend resources to upgrade it. So I guess it's similar to Valhalla as well in that respect. But yeah, it definitely matters. All right, let's look at some Yasuke outfits. I see someone asking for that. I haven't played as much as Yasuke, so I haven't unlocked as many things for him. Here is the armor we unlocked earlier in the game. This is very loud and gaudy. It's not my favorite look. But can parry unblockable attacks is a pretty sick, actually worthwhile perk. So I'm going to put that on. But I'm going to change the way it... let's see. Actually, it kind of fits with my helmet. Okay, let's look at some Yasuke armor. This is the basic armor that you get with Yasuke from the beginning because he starts as a samurai. Here's some Ronin looks, if you will. Very basic armor that I kind of like because it's not flashy and ridiculous. Pirate gear. This is a fun set. I used this for a while. Agile samurai armor. Nice look. This next one is just a reskin of that, but this is a legendary item. And then you got the Guardian armor, and then this new one is just a reskin of that. So there's some reskinning going on. Not too bad. I'm actually going to stick with this because my helmet is also very gaudy looking. And then these are the helmets that I have. This is the starting headpiece. Then you've got like some more shinobi looking stuff for him. You've got this really sick Ronin. First mate's mask. I guess that goes with the pirate gear. Guardian helmet. Very loud samurai helmet. But also just a simple headband if you don't want that. So someone asked earlier, I didn't answer. When you get into a conversation, the helmet goes away entirely. I could also just hide the helmet at all times. Like that. I think that's a better look, actually. Yeah, there we go. There's Yasuke. Okay, so what do I want to do, guys? I want to attack Omizo Castle. So the reward here is a headpiece for Naue, bunch of XP, some mastery points. I've already defeated one Daisho. I don't know why I didn't defeat the other one. But that's our objective. Now, Yasuke does have... Ooh, this is also really purple. I don't know if I like that purple. I look like Thanos. Don't I? With like a bunch of armor on? Anyways, need to finish my thought. The bow is a way you can be kind of stealthy with Yasuke, but he's really not a stealth character. Oh, yeah, so... This guy is saying, get out of here. I can refuse or I can comply. I'm going to refuse.
My allegiance is to myself.
Oh, get fucked, dude. Well, guess what? And I would describe Yasuke's combat as kind of easy mode. He is so strong that he one-hits people at your level. Or these guys are below my level. You have some cool sheath attacks here, which I really like. That's kind of what the long katana revolves around. Yes, you see, that's my gear perk in action right there. I just parried an unblockable attack. I would not attempt to fight Yasuke if I saw him. Dude, I would run. Like, yeah, absolutely not. I mean, you can crouch down as him. You can even, I mean, you can do stuff like this. But, like, try to climb with him and you're in trouble. Okay, he can climb that, but he's slow as hell. Can jump on that. Slow as hell. He struggles. Woo! Other thing he can do is change weapon mid-combo. So, bam, bam, change weapon. So, that wasn't a very good example of that, but... So, the Naginata is sick. You have this really long combo, which deals a shit ton of damage. Let's see, where's the Daisho? I'm gonna F this guy up. Should I just get an assassination on him? I think visibility is bad because of the rain, otherwise he definitely would have saw me there. I'm just gonna assassinate him. If he lets me. Nope. Okay, so... let's use this ability, which is ridiculous. Deals a ton of damage, opens them up for a ground attack. Absurd. I like the little visual flare that when you break an enemy's armor, their helmet falls off. That's, like, actually cool. What the hell is that guy charging up? Oh, my God. That was the longest charge attack I've seen in my life. Yeah. Just try an unblockable attack against me. Tex, welcome. Hold on 1 second, buddy. Let me kill this guy. I'm gonna use my other ridiculous move. Not a lot of damage, but moves enemies away from you. Let's go back to my... Here is a long katana attack. Whew. That replenishes your health. But yeah, this is kind of the Yasuke experience in my experience. You just deal so much damage. And you barely take damage, and a lot of your abilities give you health back. So, if you're going to play as Yasuke, I would play on higher than normal. It's just a bit of a steamroll. Hey, guys. Oh, let me answer that question real quick. Oh, what do I think about the Assassin Templar presence in this game? I am disappointed. Straight up. Without spoiling anything, the first 40 hours, barely there, man. Vague references to it. Sort of like, there's something more going on here. What is this group of people that take out bad guys? It's afraid to say the A word. Assassin, not ass. All right, let's bust through here. Oh, that's one of the companions. I guess she has a mission in this area? That was a little weird. Ow! Okay, so I'm not going to be able to climb up there. Hey, what up? Hold on. Oh, I can't do anything with that. Okay. Guess I'll take out my... That was a little... I think that was a little bit of a visual bug there. Oh, you didn't think I was going to do that, did you? You didn't think it was possible. Because it's usually not. Okay. Hold on. This guy's against a wall, and so naturally... I'm gonna do that. Oh, he didn't die? Crazy. Hold on. I need to go kill the guy with the gun. He's causing issues. Ah, there's a ladder there. I see a question. How is the combat? I think the combat in this game is fun. Yasuke is the Eivor, Cassandra, Alexio style. More in that vein. Hey, buddy. I guess I could do this and push you off. Oh, no, I couldn't angle it. Oh. That was janky. Yasuke, enclosed spaces. The camera goes a little nuts. Which is kind of to be expected. He does have a sick sheath animation, though. Let's do that real quick. Could be cooler. I thought it was cooler. Okay, I don't know. Let me actually double check on this, guys. I don't want to show anything I'm not supposed to. Does she have a quest? What is her deal? What would you say your deal is? No, I don't know. Okay. That doesn't seem to be something story specific. Hi, ma'am.
That kid Junjiro is quite the little spy. He tells everyone everything.
Uh-oh. Someone saw me and interrupted the conversation. This guy? So yeah, it's sort of like more of a methodical dance kind of combat. Can I show the Sherman tank? Yeah, man. Let me pull out the Apache helicopter. It's actually really powerful. It's only a high level thing though, so. Can you show the map and zoom out? Yeah. This is the whole of the map. But I'm really only supposed to show you guys stuff from Setsu, Yamashiro, and Omi. That's the first 20 hours of the game-ish. Let's just bust in here, man. Hey. Shit! I'm gonna try to out-samurai this guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit! See, no one knows what to do. Wait, I turned off, like, the lock-on UI option. I was wondering what was going on there. Oh, yeah, so here's some resources you can smuggle. You have to be anonymous, though. Pro tip. They don't know where I am, so I can do it. So if I want, like, a new building in my hideout and I need rock, I would go to a castle, open it up, hope there's rock inside, and then mark it. There's also supposed to be a riposte ability, but I'm not very good at it, and I don't know why. That was nice. That was nice. What? Wait a second. I guess this is kind of funny. It's almost like a Scooby-Doo scenario here. So, like, look, I haven't even healed a single time. These guys are also below my level, so I guess that should be expected. Do I think the game will sell less, more, or about the same as Valhalla? I think on paper it should sell more, but I don't know if Yubi's reputation lately hurts that. But I think if you are talking to, like, casual gamer Joe... Oh, I'm not going to brutally assassinate the... No, no, come back here. Come back here. I was just trying to knock her out. I guess I did. No! There's blood! Yasuke just committed murder. What was I saying? It would be very hard for it to hit Valhalla's numbers. I think that's, yeah.
What a curious thing.
Okay, I don't know what that's for. But it would be very hard for it to hit Valhalla's numbers. Simply because of how much Valhalla sold. Huh, where's the chest for this area? Is there still one more floor? Doesn't feel like it. I'm not able to climb this because I'm not now way. Huh. Have I gotten this chest? No. There's the chest. Sometimes the chest is underground. Oh. Never mind. Just from the sheer incredible performance that Valhalla had sales-wise, it would be hard for this to match it. But I think this is a generally more interesting setting. For sure more interesting setting. I'll just say that flat out. People like Vikings, but I think Samurai and Shinobi is more interesting. Maybe I'm just speaking from my own biases, but... Oh, I never got that viewpoint. That's weird. No desynchronization? No, because that was not a... That wasn't just like a random person in the map. That was a servant for bad people. And you can kill those people. You cannot kill random civilians. It'll give you a Yasuke didn't kill civilians prompt. Is the story good? I like the story. I do. Not available. Is it because I'm in a restricted area? That was weird. Wait, this is still restricted? Man, this castle area is huge. Oh, yeah, this is where I first busted in, right? Okay. The story. I think the era story is good. I like Naoe. I really like Yasuke and his story. Oh, here's a season change. Okay, guys, we've been streaming for an hour and 42 minutes. We have not had a single season change since then. And I don't know how much gameplay I put in before. So maybe I'm wrong about my hour to 2 hour estimate. Maybe it's longer. Okay, so look at this. Look at the trees. Just the vibes are completely different season to season. Like, you really do feel it. Also, season changed. That means this entire castle refreshed.
I should stay hidden here.
So that's a way for this game to be more replayable. If you're someone who, like, wanted camps to reset and stuff like this game resets camps constantly. Let's see. Oh, did you hear that? Did you see her flash her hidden blade? So whenever you're in range, it flashes the hidden blade to tell you that you can assassinate somebody. But I'm not doing this manually. Somebody asked that question earlier. That's why I was answering that. It feels like an odd choice for the game not to treat servants as civilians. I think it is because that I think it would be annoying. If I'm being honest with you, I think it would be annoying for if the shit hit the fan during an infiltration mission and you killed one too many civilians. I mean, that is something the older games would be like, no, we're gonna take the controller away from you. You can't do that. What's my favorite season? That's a great question. I'm partial to fall and winter. Actually, I'll take that back. I'll do fall and spring. I think spring is just gorgeous in this game. Okay, how are we going to get over there? How? Looks like there's a grappling point over there. That would be the easiest entry point, so let's do that. What? I guess that guy saw me? Okay, on this floor, got a servant, 2 samurais. I think they heard me. I wanted to show you guys this because I think it's a sick animation. Isn't that cool? Okay, I changed some sort of HUD setting for detection that I need to change back. Because that is not... I should be getting way more visual feedback. Hold on. Nope. Simplified. So default, and then take off control reminders, and take off mastery points. That's what I had before. So normally, I would have gotten visual feedback that that guy saw me. So that's what happened there. Now we've got to figure out how to handle this. Oh, is that a bad guy? Oh, that is a bad guy. Hi. Go ahead and muscle him down. Hi. Come here. Why can't I grab you? Okay. Well, I'm just going to use this ability. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I'm going to the top to get the sync point. That's why I came back in here. I was like, what? Okay. Oh, hello. What happens if I do this? So samurai are smarter. Not that smart, but they will get out of smoke, typically. But you can still get some cheeky kills like you could in the old games. I really appreciate that. Hi, are you gonna attack me? I want to parry your attacks. You're being really weird. Why is he taking no damage? I think we're bugged or something. Okay. Honestly, I just wanted to get the sync point. So let's go and do that. Man. Yeah, look how pretty this game is, y'all. Someone's asking for the skill tree, so let's look at that real quick. But first, this is how you, like, locate stuff that's near you. I think they could have used this mechanic even more so than it's already being used. Oh, look at this beautiful lake, too. There's a really beautiful mission with Yasuke where you go on the lake with an NPC. It's pretty sick. I was a fan. Well, there's really not many locations around here, is there? Yes. Let's look at the skill tree real quick. Yeah, so you've got 6 trees for both characters. They're split between the types of weapons. Katana, Kasuragama, Tanto, tools, Shinobi, Assassin. As you can tell, I put most of my points in Assassin. But yeah. I like the skill tree in this game. I think it's best case scenario. Easy to understand. Impactful choices. Oh. That was a misinput, y'all. Sorry. No? She doesn't want to jump into the hay from up there? Oh, there we go. Are they racist to Yasuke in the game? Yes, they are. They are. They're like, why? To Oda Nobunaga, they're like, why do you have this black man here? And there are definitely people who are like, go back to where you came from. So, pretty racist. So yeah, there's all kinds of other stuff you can do in these castles. It's not just about getting the loot. But, you know, you can approach it how you want to approach it. I kind of like to slip in, get what I'm looking for, and slip out. Because I think that's the best use of the tools and other things. There also, by the way, if you're wondering, like, how does this guy not see me? There is a harder stealth mode in which this man would see me. But since we're not on that mode, he can't. Also good to know, you recover tools automatically when you go back over an enemy that you might have killed. Okay, that was a messed up animation there. I think that's because I have the Kasuragama, which you can assassinate people with that from a range. Okay. Sorry. Okay, guys. I'm trying to think, what else should we do? Maybe some activities, just to show you guys. Actually, I kind of would like to sail onto Lake Omi, or Lake Biwa, rather. Let me steal a boat. Head out onto the lake. We'll do some activities as well. Yeah, we'll do like a meditation thing. Okay, so that's not a boat. You know how in video games you're like, I need the boat that actually is a boat that I can use. Wow, was that the detection for the people that were searching for me that whole time?
Yep.
All right. Interesting. But for those who are just joining, I think the best parts of this game... Yeah, I'll back away. Calm down. Best parts of this game are how it looks. Oh, dude, really? No boat? That's not what I wanted you to do, horse. Let's just swim on Lake Biwa in our horse. The best things about this game, let me finish my thought, are the way that it looks. I think this is the most pretty AC game since Odyssey. Both in the way it's designed, in the layout of the world, and the graphics themselves. But, yeah, the way that this game looks, the way that seasons work, and also the Japan of it all. Like, that's it. That's the moneymaker for this game, for me. You know, I've never been to this central location. Also, look at the draw distance. Look at that Tenchu up there. It just did a little goofy load there, but it's pretty good stuff. Yeah, a horse is a different type of boat. That's true. It's basically how you think about it. Off the top of my head, where do you rank this one? Shoot, that is... Oh, man. I like this so far more than Odyssey, but that is way more a preference thing. So I will preface that with that. I really like Origins, so hard to say there. I still prefer the old games. So any old games that I might really love, I still like more than this one. But that could change, man. I need to play more of the game. Okay, so what's going on here? Is this just a village of animals? A community of cats? I don't see any humans. And there's a bunch of fish. Hold on. Hold on, where are the people? There's a person. Hi, can you explain the socioeconomic, the demographics of this area for me? Seems there are more cats here than people. Let's go get the, looks like one of my dogs wandered in here. Let's go get the viewpoint. You could dive into fish and knock them up. Man, I am ruining these people's days. They spent all day getting these fish. Just for my fuck-ass shinobi to come in here and destroy it all. Oh, who's the real villain? Oh my god, Philip, that's a name I haven't seen in a long time. Welcome. Parkour, I think, feels great. If you're just joining, parkour great, environment great, graphics great, combat pretty good, stealth pretty good. A lot of pretty good things about this game. Oh yeah, here's a good question. Side quests. This was something I was worried about in my preview for the game. I'll let this finish because it's kind of loud. Side quests are a little bit better than what I experienced in the preview. Wow, see, yeah, look at the way the light plays off that Tenshu up there. Azuchi Castle. That is one of the more... That's where Oda Nobunaga lives. That is one of the more impressive areas in the game. Lost my train of thought. But yeah, look at the... And this is totally, I mean... When you think of Japanese set game that has flowing leaves and lots of wind, you think Ghost of Tsushima, right? But it also works in this game, and it's not in a way that I'm like, ah, oh, they stole that. Or anything like that. That's not how I look at it, at least. But yeah, vibes. This is a very vibey game. I was talking about side quests. Thank you, Grass. Let me think about what I can show you real quick. I think I can absolutely show you what's going on up here. I'll zoom in so there's not too much going on. So, Yamashiro. You'll meet different civilians, and they'll say, I need you to do this for me. And there's, you know, like some context there. Like, this grumpy old man doesn't believe in yokai superstitions and wants to hand things over to someone new. So then you get a whole separate board with targets that are yokai. You get to take them out. This guy loves tea. He wants you to go around and retrieve tea bowls. So it's kind of like a collect-a-thon side quest. Fine. These are my least favorite. It's like a checkpointed kill X amount of enemies on the map, and I'll give you some stuff. That does nothing for me. I don't know why those exist. I think they're a little goofy. David says, you said in the latest video there wasn't much real-world gameplay. Has Has there been any more since? No. No, it's your expectations should be basement level for that. Don't expect much. Disappointing. So yeah, there's some stuff, but I don't like the checklisty kill quests. Those are not cool, man. Oh, you know what we should do? We should go to Osaka. Actually, we spent most of our time in Kyoto, not Osaka. This is an interesting quest. There's like an origami killer kind of thing. So yeah, there's some side stuff. Some things I like, some things I don't like. So there you have it. Let's do an activity, though. I did mention that. I don't want to renege on that. But what should we do? I'm trying to think of the easiest way to get to this one. It's gonna kind of be tough to get to. Osaka is where we eventually want to go. So the activities are these orange ones. Horse archery, I don't think is very good. Actually, I don't think most of Yasuke's activities are very interesting. They're all just like very like vibey. I know it's just like a weird thing to say, but that's how I feel about it. Let's just fast travel to Oda Keep. As someone who hated Valhalla, is this a miss? That's a really good question. I don't think so. I think, as someone who did not ultimately like Valhalla, I think this is a bit of a rebuke of the things that game did that I didn't like.
This place is on alert.
Oh, damn. Azuchi is probably a really hard castle to take down. There's probably a lot of tough enemies here. Wow, that is a high leap of faith, man. Is that a servant, but an unmarked servant? Interesting, okay. I'm not supposed to be here. Fun fact, if you run around in this castle as Yasuke, you encounter no issues. Because you're technically, you're Oda's samurai. Actually, it looks like large parts of this place are open to Naue, too. Interesting. How large is the map? About as big as Origins. That's Yubi's official word on it, and I would agree. Okay, so here is an activity, guys. There are temples that have lost pages. This is what it looks like to get a lost page. You sort of use your observe mechanic to look around. Some of the temples are actually restricted areas. This one is not. So I'm able to more freely move about this one. So it's a little more of a passive thing here. But by doing that, I've completed the area and gained a knowledge point. So it's a little... I don't know. I said in my impressions that I wish that the Lost Records had some lore or narrative context to them. They don't. I think that kind of... I expected more from that. Okay, so, but sorry, I didn't finish that Valhalla thought. Yeah, no, maybe I did. I do think that Shadows does things that I like more than that game. It certainly lets you play within the assassin fantasy. If that's something that rubbed you wrong about Valhalla, you don't have to worry about that in this game. It certainly supports that with Naue. This game is not overly long. I've gotten through the bulk of the main story in far less time than it requires in Valhalla. So if that was a problem for you, that's addressed in this game. But it also could be the fact, I mean, could be reality that you don't like the new games in general, and therefore this is not going to do it for you. So yeah. Can you feed the deer? No, you may not. Okay, what was I going to do? I was going to go back to Osaka, I believe. Or I could show you a shrine. Let's do a shrine. Just for the sake of variety. Someone asked if I could show the Animus. There's really nothing to show. Again, I can only talk about what I have played. You can't hop out of the Animus in this game. I don't know if that changes late in the game, but I don't think you can do that. Kind of crazy. I know it wasn't that important in Valhalla, but it's sort of like... It's like that part of the game is slowly stripped away game by game. Javier, the Hideout is for upgrading your weapons, talking to your allies, and a bit of customization. It's not something that I've spent a lot of time with because it's just not my preference. What? Oh.
You're going down.
Okay, that was one of the Ronin that hunt you down, similar to previous games. And I just so happened to click Assassinate in time to get that off. So here's what the shrine activity looks like. You look around with Observe. You look for the white dot, which shows you where you can pray. And then Naue does the traditional, I believe this is Buddhist, Shinto, I think, prayer. So that gives you a buff. I describe these as more Ghost of Tsushima style activities. More about vibes than gameplay. How does stealth feel? It feels great. Shannon wants to know if seasons change every 2 hours in a 40-hour playthrough, and the story spans over 6 years. I would not think of it that way. I would think of seasons as a gameplay mechanic and not the actual passage of time. Franklin wants to know if there's a modern-day component. I like Mirage for its lack of modern-day component. Then I think you'll be pretty happy with this. So it exists, but it is very non-obtrusive. To the point where, like, it could have just not even been in the game. So that's shrines and temples. Those are shrine and temple activities right there. The other Naue activity is Kujikiri, which is I can't do that one up there. Kujikiri. Is there one that I haven't done yet? I seem to remember one besides that one over there that I can't do. Huh. So I guess I won't be showing you Kujikiri. That sucks. Okay, let's go to Osaka, which is the other big city in this game. Grass? Oh, yeah, okay, I missed this comment. What I don't get about the kill X amount of people is why isn't it go kill the people at this camp because they killed my father? I agree. I totally agree, man. It's like they just missed... I don't know what it... I think it is just the approach to game development. and the idea that they want to make a video game that is super big and has a lot of content and things to do. So they figure that they can kind of shirk or skimp on the more specific narrative content that I feel is kind of the motivation for me to even want to do that stuff. That's something that I haven't really shown off in this stream. That's hard to, because it's, you know, it's story stuff. And I don't want to spoil you guys, but is the cutscenes. I think the cutscenes in the story-specific stuff in this game are very strong. I really like them. I like the way they're shot. I like how they bring you in to the world. I think it's fair to say the voiceovers hit or miss for some characters. Okay, so hold on. I'm looking for origami butterflies. They're found around Osaka on trees. I'm missing 2. An easy way to have them pop up is to go into Eagle Vision and look around, but the problem is when you move, Eagle Vision goes away. This may not be a good mission for me to try to do this. Okay. I was like, is now I gonna get bonked off like Henry and KCD2? The answer is no. I don't have a promo code, Anketon, but if you do want to pre-order the game, I have a link on my sponsored video, which is like a more formal impressions video of what I've played so far. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, guys, about how dark it is. I just think this is too dark. Like, I can't see. What is that over there? Oh, it's like some sort of lore component. Okay, so if I want to learn about Osaka Castle, this game has a big codex, if you guys are curious about that. So you get to learn about the castle. Okay, well, I kind of feel like looking for these butterflies is a bust, because it's just hard to find them. And another thing I expressed in my review, I really don't like that I cannot pass time. There's no way to meditate in this game. I just disagree with that move, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank on what to show you guys next. What do you guys want to see? Chat, tell me what you want to see. Doesn't matter what it is. Well, it does. Some things we can't see. Yeah, it's funny. Some light objects you cannot destroy. Not with a shuriken or a kunai. Like, look at this. Okay, I guess the light adjusts eventually, but it's like, how am I can't see. You want to see stealth assassinations. If it doesn't matter, then I want to see the ending. Yeah. Can't do that one. I haven't fully finished the main ending, so I haven't seen it either. Probably shouldn't say that. That's when someone rolls up in chat and is like, hey, this main character dies. Because that's just really funny. It's funny to ruin stuff for other people, you know? Okay, so let's do a fort. Yeah, Little Swak says full infiltration. That's what I'm thinking too. So I'm gonna pick this one. Am I? Try to do one that has a fun reward. Wait, am I allowed to be in there? Yeah, Ika, I can do that. Oh, I've been looking for a new trinket. So let's do this one. Mabuno Castle. Connor wants to know how long the main story is. So, I think you can roll main story in 30 hours if you just did that alone. I did some side stuff, so it took me, yeah, I put 40 hours in, and I'm not fully done with the main story, so, God, it's just so hard to see, guys. What the, I mean, it is a full-on storm, so I guess that's fair, but I'm like at a loss for how I actually, there we go. What? There's a Daisho right there? This guy's gonna die so quick. Hold on, let me equip this side mission that we had going. I don't know why I darkened it. That's fine. There we go. This guy's gonna die so freaking hard. Oh, someone sees me? Okay. Well, I was licking my chops a little too early there. Huh, this is weird. Can I? No? No. This is probably just not the way to enter this area. Yeah, I think I'm just on the wrong side of this place. This is not a wall I can climb. Hilarious. Local man struggles to climb wall. Streams it live. Man, I don't know. Have I played Neo? I have. I've tried Neo. Not my kind of game. But I can see why it's appealing. Okay, so can I... There we go. Something I can grapple onto. Man. Okay. So let's get a lay of the land here. I'm looking for the die. So I know where both of the Daisho are. I think there's only 2, right? Yeah. So this is not like a super aggro castle. Not super populated. That's what I mean by that. Okay. So obviously an easy way to stealth is to just stay on the rooftops. After a certain point, it does feel a little... Oh, God. How the hell did I drop there? That was cool. Does feel a little easy. But if you're someone who likes predictable detection systems, then I think you'll enjoy that. Wow, really struggling here. What are we doing? Oh, you know what you can do, actually? Or I thought you could do. Yes, you can use your grappling hook from a point where you were climbing. I think that's actually a... Like, I wasn't expecting to be able to do that. Whoop. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the heads of his enemies. So the heads of his enemies. I said that like it was some sort of big reveal. Okay. So it's only these two guys. The thing with samurai is when you throw down a smoke bomb, they will get out of it because they're smart like that. I'm kind of curious. This might get me seen, but I want to see if I understand the stealth mechanics well enough. Look at this. These guys do not see me. That's how the shadow system works in this game. I think that's pretty remarkable. When you get too close, they will see you. But yeah, this is cool. This is how it's supposed to work. So I'm going to get a running assassination. Oh my god, I knocked those heads off of the table. Wow. He almost hit me there. Okay, this is really not the right weapon for this enemy. Oh, he's gonna try to throw his kanabo at me. An insane move. Honestly, I appreciate that he would even think of that. That's insane. Boop. Boom. So yeah, the combat is kind of like a little bit of chess, whereas this beats this. So you need to kind of pay attention to what's better against what. Kasaragama is good against big guys and groups. The Tonto is really good against small enemies. And because it's got the hidden blade capability, it's, you know, uniquely suited to that. Let's see. Someone heard that. It's because it landed right next to him. So let's see if I can take out all these guys without being seen. Because that wasn't, strictly speaking, super stealthy. Now okay, going prone is very good for stealth. Yeah, expert stealth is much more difficult. Surprised he saw me. But he didn't fully see me, so we're good. You can whistle. So I'm going to whistle to get this guy to come to me. Hopefully his friend doesn't hear me.
I heard a sound.
Okay, he heard me, but I'm silent. Or I'm dark, so maybe... No, see, they saw that. So there are certain limits to the light and dark system. This is a pretty sick Kasaragama move. It's kind of like an instant kill, really.
You don't scare me.
Shoo. Get good. Is the Discord server taken down? No, it's not. It's still active. I'll have to update that after the stream. Okay, and then we just got an easy assassination here on the dice show. Boom. Oh. Okay. Random leap of faith. Sometimes you got a leap of faith, man. Oh. So yeah, the environment, the layout of this map kind of threw me off. And so I feel like the castles do a good job of that. Giving you different sort of layouts and setups and environmental stuff. For the most part, you can just find the nearest rooftop and use that as your way to infiltrate, but sometimes they throw curveballs like this one. All right, this is the chest for the area. Okay, so we got Minogame's protection. Plus 50% damage per empty armor piece. Huh? Okay. So there's also a goofy one that is like plus 100% damage with no weapons equipped. So there is an unarmed build in this game. Which is super goofy because, like, I don't know how you actually, like, how do you deal damage with nothing equipped? Oh, we just leveled up. Let me grab this stuff. Like, this is Naoe's unarmed light attacks. This is her heavy attack. Oh, it's the same as her light attack. Yeah, it's like, how is this actually, like, competitive? It's hilarious. Big says, my only complaint is that the parkour is a bit too fast. And it's too RPG-ified. Yeah, if you're looking at parkour in a new Assassin's Creed game and hoping for it to be like the old games, I think it's just a non-starter. It's not going to happen. I think you can only hope for small improvements to what they've done in recent games. But yeah, no. After playing the game, I don't agree. I think this is like at a very reasonable compromise. It's not going to be like the old games, but we can add flips and flair. We can give you more maneuverability with your inputs, which I feel have made an actual difference in this game. Can I explain in more detail about expert stealth? This is not something that I've actually played around with. So we got a gameplay, difficulty tuning. So here, expert stealth. Enemies are more cautious and detect faster. Stay out of sight to stay undetected. Even roofs are not safe. So faster detection, which just means line of sight is way less forgiving. And then they can look up. That's the difference. And then there is a guaranteed assassination option if you like that. Maybe we should switch to that and see how it feels. It might want to reload the game, though. Oh, I did take off my weapons, didn't I? That's a bad thing to forget. Okay, well, we were doing Saragama, right? And Tonto. Just Tonto, Saragama. There we go. Maybe let's do a contract. I haven't shown y'all contracts yet. They're not super important, so that's probably why. I actually think if you go in with your fists, the assassin blade wouldn't even work because it's attached to your Tonto. Nicholas says, is this spoiler free? Yes. I am not allowed to show you anything past the first 20 hours of the game, and I'm not doing anything story specific. You are forced to play as both characters in the intro of the game. And then for specific missions. There are specific, like, flashbacks that are for Naoe, so he plays Naoe, that are for Yasuke, so he plays Yasuke. There are also some specific characters that will only talk to a samurai, which is Yasuke. I haven't run into the alternative with Naoe, but that's because I've mostly played as Naoe. Oh, yeah, so let's look at this. This is something we haven't looked at. So you can manage your allies. These are people you've recruited while playing the game. Katsuhime, she is a Teppo expert, which is a gun. Yaya just sumo wrestles people, basically. And then Ibuki is a Ronin, so yeah, use the sword. Thanks, little Swak. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was a fun experiment. I want to do more videos like that. It's hard for me to come out of my shell. I don't love streaming because I find it a little bit. I'm a little bit anxious on camera, but that was a nice thing to see work out. I'm glad people like that video. I definitely want to make more of that. So yeah, I could swap in and out. So I could say like I don't want Katsuhime. I'm gonna put Yaya on. And then I can call these people in combat. But as you can tell, I don't really like to do that because that's when combat, like when shit hits the fan, you know? Opportunities and provinces will be posted. Just, huh? I've never seen that before. Opportunities. Ah. So this just helps you find stuff. Interesting. All right. All right. So if I want, for example, if I want resources to build with in the hideout, I would accept this, this is the fastest way I've found to get resources. It's the most reliable way. Then I would accept this mission. If I want crafting, like upgrading and engraving resources, I would do this one. If I wanted money, I'd do this one. So it's very much like, what do you want? Pick one. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to slay the gang leader. So the target, oh wow, that target's very far away. Not that far. And we don't have any fast travel points nearby, so let's go on foot. And then also, something else that I didn't mention in my impressions. Because of the way the map is laid out, and I think this is more of a positive than a negative, it's a bit tricky to navigate to get from point A to point B because there's mountains that you cannot cross. There are parts of this world that are too high, and you can't do the Skyrim thing where you just go up the mountain like this with a horse. So I end up using the guided thing to give me sort of like a GTA style, open world style route. Like sometimes it's obvious, other times it's not. When I say crafting, upgrading, you mean materials bringing up to your current level? Yes. Yes. You can't. Yeah, I should have said upgrading, not crafting. You can't craft things from scratch in this game. But yeah, since I just spent so much upgrading my Tonto earlier in the stream, I'm already low on those resources. And I guess I also built. Okay, this is a Ronin who's hunting me. I built a new building. So I'm already low on those resources. Ow. A good way to interrupt enemy combos is to use her vault ability. Oh, shit. Like, it completely interrupts his flurry combo. But you have to parry. That is sort of the caveat there. So this enemy, if you're noticing, has a lot more health. And it's tougher to kill. This is the level scaling in action. So really what I would do, which feels a little cheesy, is just to use one of my active abilities. And it's like free kill. Boom. But what's nice about killing those guys is they give you a lot of money and they refill your rations. Okay, so here's my target. Usually for these contracts, they take place at these camps, which are like war camps, basically. Oh, God. Okay, so they saw me. They're coming out to investigate. But they're not too concerned, it doesn't feel like. So let's just mark everyone in the camp. All I have to do is assassinate the one target, but... Oh. Bruh. Wow. He really came out there to look for me. How do I get to play early? I've been talking about Assassin's Creed for a couple years, so Ubisoft gave me a code to share with you guys. It's actually interesting. I don't know how this is going to play out. Haha! Played out just fine. What I was going to say is I played the first 20 hours of this game on GeForce Now, which I have never done before and I was very skeptical of, but it was like very smooth. Also, a little thing I like to do in stealth is to grab enemies. It makes it easier to move their bodies when you need to hide them. Okay, so they still see me. I did not break line of sight. So some of the objects in the world don't obscure you like you might expect them to. As you can tell, I like to do this. What difficulty is this? This is normal. I like to do things a little cheekily. I really haven't shown you guys more weapons, have I? Let's do the katana instead of Kusarigama. So the katana is more about timing deflects and dodging and counterattacking. And then I just don't love a lot of the active abilities in this game. Unless they help me survive. So let's do this maybe. Which means, I mean, of course, I could just dump my points into the left side of the tree here, which buffs your damage with melee weapons. Just like straight buff. Consecutive hits damage. So it's all about like laying down uninterrupted combos. Is this the only guy left in camp? Oh, that's embarrassing. Is there a certain broken spear that helps you teleport to your enemies? No. There's not. The Kasaragama kind of has that ability. But it's definitely not teleportation. You could definitely tell that UB Quebec wanted to keep that. Something like that, a little homage. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, let's do maybe like one more thing, and then I think I'm going to call the stream. I'm getting a little tired. Forgot how demanding a stream is. Let's see. I think that's just that. Let's infiltrate another castle. What is this one? Ooh, 5. 5 Daisho. That's a lot. Could be fun, though. Okay, let's see. Let's look at my loadout real quick. See, I'm already kind of running into this scenario. Oh, that's the new hood. I didn't even look at that. 33% less cooldown on ally abilities. Wow, so that's specifically about ally, like kitting around your allies. There's a lot of interesting stuff with the perks, but not exactly what I look for. Let's look at my stash, my storage. You can change the seasons, but there's some restrictions with it. I don't really know what the restrictions are. So let's withdraw. Let's go Katana Tonto. It's usually what I run. So I've already respect for that. So we're good on that front. Plus 15% to stats with only a katana equipped. So yeah, 150% with no equip. That's what I was talking about earlier. I mean, there's not really much else I can do. So let's just go for it. Okay, thank God it is not nighttime. The day is back. You can finally see. I don't know what this guy's doing in chat. Just gonna go ahead and remove you, sir. Goodbye. Okay. Oh yeah, you can also stand up on your horse and jump off. I don't know what the application of it is. I haven't found a good application for it yet. Besides doing that, I don't know. Leo says, is it me or does this look incredibly beautiful? No, dude, it is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. In terms of an open world game. Absolutely. Yeah, look at this. I mean, the lighting. I got to talk to the art director on Valhalla. I did a cool interview with him, and he said they did a lot of work on the lighting system for that game on the technical side. like what it can handle. And I think you absolutely see it in this game. You saw it in Valhalla, but that game, I didn't find that pretty. Also, am I going the right way? This is what I mean about, yeah, I went the wrong way. This is what I mean about having to use the guide to find your location because of the mountains, which again, I'm fine with. When you jump off the horse, you can attack, or is it just a jump? I tried that multiple times and couldn't get it to work, but I could just be doing it wrong. Like right now, I didn't have a prompt. There was no prompt for me to jump off. Like right now. Maybe I'm going too fast. Maybe you can't be sprinting on your horse. Max, what is my opinion on the game? Mostly positive. Some things that I think I've been waiting for a while from an AC game. The way it looks, I think, is the most obvious positive. Being in Japan is the most obvious plus. Let's do this one instead. It's closer. It supports the Assassin Fantasy. If you want to play this game like close enough to the old games, then you can. Much more so than previous games, in my opinion. Previous
Better
recent
to
games.
keep out of sight.
There's a lot of enemies here, guys. How's the parkour? I think the parkour is at the best it's been in the recent RPG games. Oh, does that servant see me? Looks like no, which I'm fine with. Yeah, I think parkour is pretty great. Come here, buddy. Oh god, the servant heard it. Whoa. I'm glad we're safe. Okay, I'd like to grapple to the roof. Sometimes certain angles, the grapple is a little finicky. I think I'm too close to the ground. Uh-oh. Woo. Okay, that was dangerous. Shit, somebody saw that. Okay, so here's the katana in action. The katana is a great weapon. It's also, I kind of like how she wields it, holding it backwards. Okay, so those guys are kind of like, I just heard someone running along the rooftop near me. What's going on there? Ooh. What am I doing? I'm being very dangerous right now. So this is what I mean about different castle environments. Like, this is cool. A little bit of water here to help you hide. Oh, this is perfect. They couldn't have drawn it up better. What are my opinions on the story? I like the era fantasy story. I like Naoe and Yasuke's story. I think it's fun. It's satisfying. They do a good job of bringing you to different parts of Japan and showing you. Oh. No, nothing. Nothing's over here. Nothing. I like the characters. I like their motivations. Sometimes I think it tries to do a little too much. Like, sometimes I feel like it could be more focused. but that's my preference. But I think that is the opposite of what Ubisoft wants to do with this franchise. But also, I think you run the risk of being a little boring, which I would call Mirage a little boring. And that was a more focused narrative. So I don't know. But just like the gameplay that y'all are watching right now, if this is like what you want from AC, I think this game it really nails that part of it. Okay, I think I saw the other dice show moving over there. I saw a faint white outline, but I think we're too far away. Interesting. I wonder why she didn't do her cool dismount there. Okay, this guy, I'm surprised he doesn't. Oh, he's kind of looking down. No, that's what that was. It was a codex entry. Those bastards got me with the codex entry. That looks like it's the chest up there, so that's not the dice show. So right now I'm looking for the Samurai Dice Show, if you're wondering. You have to kill both of them in order to access the chest that gives you the good gear. Maybe I need to get higher. Also, how... Aha! Speak of the devil. Okay, he's going over there. Huh. Maybe she can't do that kind of dismount. Aha! That's what I was looking for. Okay, but it's like not a protected fall, so she has to hold on. Oh, this guy's toast. Ah! Can we just pretend like you didn't see that? Oh, the push-off was insane. Okay. Okay, so the katana gives you kind of like a perfect parry. So if you get the timing even better than normal, you have an automatic counterattack. So let me try to pull that off here. Nope. There. Yeah, that's a good animation. They did a great job with the combat animations, which I think they generally do a good job with that, for the record. It's funny, thinking back to my criticism of Valhalla, I remember complaining that there were too frequent combat finisher animations. I don't feel that way about this game, but maybe I will in time. I don't know. I'm kind of like just into it. Yeah, I don't know what my logic was for that in Valhalla, because that's like a staple of Assassin's Creed. Oh. Oh, you're doing... Oh, you're doing some troop stuff. Yeah. Right, right, right. Well, you're both dead. Oh, yeah, we're playing on PC. We are playing on PC. Oh, what? Did I miss a dice show? What am I doing? Not paying attention. That's what I'm doing. Okay, have I already climbed this? Yeah, I have. Okay, so I've already got the viewpoint. Wow. There's one more dice show. Silly me. Okay, let's find him. All Daisho must die. Kind of hard to see from this high up. But typically they're not in the same spots, so... Any modern day elements? Yes, some, but very light. Do not get your hopes up. I'm betting our Daisho's in that area because we have not been to that area yet. So... Oh yeah, I remember getting this viewpoint. Come on. Give me the grappling hook. Huh. It's being weird. Typically... Okay, so that was not working as intended, I don't believe. Okay. Let's look around here. Not seeing much. So, I don't believe he's over here. Oh, shoot. I thought we were going to hop on that wall. Okay. Sometimes they're like guiding training or whatever we're doing over here. But it looks like we're not guiding training over here. Huh. Sometimes I have trouble finding the Daisho. Does this game add anything to Creed lore? If it does, it's in a part of the game that I have not gotten to yet. I mean, there's like new characters who are assassins. But I generally was kind of disappointed with the more modern day part of this game. So far. Haven't completely finished this game yet, so. Some things. Aha! There you are, sir. And then something down there, too. Okay, so it looks like this man, he's got a lot of people looking at him. So maybe... Let's try to take everyone out. No! Okay. Oh, no. This is really not going well for me. He shot his own guy. That's good. You gonna come over here, buddy? No? God. Oh, does the Daisho know I'm here? Shit. I really borked this, y'all. Shit. Classic. It happens. Do you get punished for killing servants? You know, I said that confidently earlier. Like you don't, and I actually do not know the answer to that question. I haven't killed any servants. Not that I remember. So they're looking for me. They kind of just saw me there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who saw me? Right there? Why don't we kill a servant? See what happens. Yeah, no warning message. Ooh. Find the perfect position. I don't see the problem with that. I don't see the problem with that. And I think it's more because they're used as gameplay components, not just random GTA style, like, can you kill a civilian or not? Oh. Haha.
Got you.
Yeah.
Lost contact.
Dummy. They are pieces on the chessboard that you have to consider when you're infiltrating an area. Servants only exist in these areas. Whew, that was sick. Okay, no, that guy can still see me. Okay, someone else saw me. Like, I'll go kill a random person outside of the context of a castle, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, we're being very sloppy here. But you do kind of get to see the chaos of what happens when people see you in one of these restricted areas. Okay, so I'm looking for a window to get in, and I'm not finding it. Okay, see, look, now I'm wanted. And I actually don't have a lot of experience with this because I'm usually a lot more careful than I'm being right now. So now I'm being hunted by guardians. Yeah. Whoever triggered the alarm will be attacked on sight. Wait until the season ends to reset it or switch characters. That is interesting. Oh, that's how that works. So it gives you a prompt to throw a smoke bomb after you use that ability. Very interesting.
She's outnumbered. Hey, where's back to that area?
Okay, let's try to get out of here. There we go. Now that worked properly. And then I'm going to use this tree to get out of here. I could have traveled along that quicker, but I sort of like that speed better. Okay, so being wanted. I kind of want to see. I want to see a guardian attack me. Because I have not had that happen in my whole playtime yet. Oh, fascinating. So my head is blocking it. Let me show you guys. So in the bottom right corner, you can see wanted. Clear regional alert. I can spend scouts to clear the alert. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go to this village. I'm gonna hit some NPCs. See what happens.
Movement. I will cut you to pieces.
Nope. Okay, I did not mean to get into combat immediately, but that's what happens when you're wanted. Wow. Okay, so guards literally want to kill you on sight. That's fascinating. I was not expecting that. I'm not going to give any numbered ratings, guys. I just don't. I mean, I will give I'll give an answer, but I don't quite believe in it. I think this is at least an 8 for me. For sure, a solid 8. But above that, we'll see. Okay, what happens if I... You can't kill kids. So, like... Stop running from me. I want to kill you. Oh. Okay, well. Civilian casualties will result in desync. That guy's not even dying, though. Oh, here's a guardian. Okay, here are the guys that hunt you down. So this guy is a big bad. Sit down, big boy. Wow. Absolutely wrecked him. Oh, they kind of see me. I'm wanted. They know to look for me. Better run. It's kind of fun being wanted. All right, guys. Well, I am a little tired. We've been going for 3 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you got a good taste of this game. I hope you saw some stuff. If you want more, like, you know, back-to-back-to-back opinions, you know, not off-the-cuff impressions of this game, watch my video. It's already up on my channel. But yeah, I had a fun time hanging with you guys today. I'm going to go chill. And play some more of this game, probably. But yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for coming to hang. And I will see you all very, very soon. Hope you enjoy the game.